Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, SpeedGaming fans. I'm Caleb. I'm in the booth with my good friend, DVS. How are you doing tonight, man?
Dude, I'm so hyped for this. Because this is taking, like, co-op exactly where we've wanted it to go, which is just crazy nonsense, people trying to work together. Today we have a completely unknown flag set to our runners, unknown flag set to us here in the booth. We're going to be trying to figure out stuff. I have been waiting for this match all week.
There's a lot of shenanigans at play here. So Lord Fizzlebeef reached out to one of our most prolific developers, Wildham, and said, hey, can you do some fun stuff for us? And I don't know what exactly was asked of Wildham. I heard that he gave Wildham gave Lord Fizzlebeef a scale of difficulty. And Fizzle said about a 7.
Oh, okay.
So we saw a little bit of what we've gleaned already from this seed is that it's open party selection. So black belts are available, which is exciting for co-op. It's not a class we often see in co-op play because of the sheer magnitude of their power. Mm-hmm. But we have some malices at play. So we have blurst classes, but no bonuses. So every class has a downside. The fighter gets -10 luck to start with, which isn't really going to impact the fighter. It's going to keep him from running a little bit. The thief loses 10 vitality, so that wibbly-wobbly health pool is even wibblier and wobblier than normal. The black belt has black mage strength, which only impacts the black belt if we're swinging a masa. Strength does not factor into the black belt's damage output for its unarmed punches. The red mage loses 10 agility, which again, for a class that doesn't run well, the red mage has got brick feet, basically. The white mage starts out with -20 HP, so I think this white mage is going to have like 5 HP to start if we took a white mage. And the black mage has -10 MDef, so a little bit more susceptible to damage from spells as well as those status inflicting spells.
Yeah. And it looks like from what we're seeing from the 4 runners so far, it looks like they're all picking a fighter and checking Canaria Castle, and it looks like not only do we have floor and entrance shuffle, but it looks like we already have flipped horizontal for one of our extra new flags that's currently in beta.
And magic levels are shuffled. Prices look okay. This might be a tiered shuffle situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I'm not seeing a lot of AoE spells. It's seeing Rub, Ice. Heal 3 is the only one that's like...
Yeah, Heal 3 is pretty good. I'd pick up Rub. It's good in a pinch if we find Garland.
Yeah.
Lock at level 1 is also pretty good because it's not going to really share any slots with anything that we really need. In the gear shop, it looks like standard gear. I didn't see anything that screams that we have the random weapons and armor turned on.
Well, we do have blurst weapons and blurst armor. I don't know how high or low they're going to go, but at least we know that. Did you see them check an item shop?
Yeah, it just looked like a bunch of items were available. And there's the Agama floor in TOF. And their first box, loose rod. So we're dealing with loose items. How many? I don't know.
So it looks like both teams are kind of getting the same strategy. One person going into Canaria Castle, the other person heading up to Temple of Fiends. And so far, we haven't seen an... I was going to say, we haven't seen an encounter yet, have we?
There we go. So, also worth noting, just because the rod was in that first box here, does not mean that that's a loose item. So there are beta flags that allow the incentive item in a dungeon to get kicked loose. So if we find another loose item here in the volcano, then maybe our ears will perk up. But that could be the volcano incentive that we just found.
That's a really good point. Again, one of the great things about our dev community is that they're constantly adding new flags, and this is actually an alpha build.
Ooh,
so
but there's a bottle.
Okay, so that confirms that there are loose key items.
In theory, those, the rod is the bottle being a fetch, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be that
fetches.
main are incentivized in fetch or not. It looks like we don't need an early crown in ordeals. Yeah.
Everybody, is this random encounter zones look like to you? Or I didn't see where Gregory Puff found those Medusas. Oh no, he was in ordeals, so that's
he was
100%. Yeah. So it looks like we have vanilla, just sort of shuffled rarity encounters.
I will also say that Wildham, the person who put these flags together, developed a new something for this run. I have no idea what it is, but hopefully at some point we're going to see this beautiful new thing that he put in here just for our co-op runners.
Awesome. I did not know that. I know that we're playing with a feature that he's working out to enable us to share blind seats. So Wildham developed this flag set on his private FFR server, clicked a button to sort of obfuscate the flags from everyone that the link gets sent to. You get the link to the seed, and it looks like the FFR website, except the only options available to you are the fun % options. So
So this is that next step for blind flags. It's not just trying to send ROMs or we don't want to do that. So it's here's a link to a flag set that you can't see, and good luck. And I think that's going to really increase our blind flags just even in casual runs.
Now, what I would love to see from one of the... So we got some sort of teamwork route convergence as Fizzle and Greg immediately take off south. We learn that towns aren't shuffled. Or wait, did we go to Provoca? And is this just Elfland happens to be Elfland?
Yeah, oh no, we have seen Onrak. And Onrak definitely isn't
so towns are shuffled. Towns are shuffled. There's level 2 white locked or level 3 white locked fade. Now, if I'm running this seed, I'm telling Ale, because Ale's my double dragon partner, hey,
where'd Ale come from?
I'm gonna go pop out and I'm gonna go check to see if the canal's there.
Oh, 100%.
And if the canal's not there, I'm gonna go see if the desert dock's on. I'm gonna start looking at the overworld, seeing what sort of progression we have available by walking, because you really want to unpack these as deliberately as possible, because if you go around and start exploring the overworld and meanwhile Dangwu finds a floater in a box and you just happen to be out sailing around and see a desert dock's on, hey, pop up and you're airborne right away.
Right. Yeah.
So give yourself that opportunity to have those little victories, and that looks like what Dangwu's out and doing. He's going to go check, and we do have a free canal.
Yeah, I think the other thing with that is, those early levels in this in the entrance shuffles, in floor and entrance, I mean, you could get stuck at an encounter zone that's incredibly difficult to get through. But if you're able to check a bunch of different entrances, you can be a little bit more strategic. You might find Marsh Bottom, which has upwards of 2 different key items. And here we have Crescent Lake. I mean, Crescent Lake could have a key item with the sages.
And as soon as you find the town shuffles on, and we see that shop information is turned on as Dangwu's fighter in a victory pose there with the silver helmet. Town shuffle, I learned this in my first spring tournament. Town shuffle, it is so important to get that town information, to know where the towns are, to see what's available. So Gregory Puff finds Canary Castle, which is pretty exciting. And we have an early king item, but he's given us a cabin.
So we know that key items aren't incentivized, or key item givers. Key item NPCs.
Potentially, we'll say main NPCs, because we've yet to. If we turn in that bottle and the fairy gives us nothing, then we know for sure that NPCs aren't turned on.
Right.
But right now we've only checked the sages and the king.
Mm-hmm.
So anything's possible, but still worth, I think, checking these towns.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Provoke is important, not because of the pirates now, but because of level 2 magic. Yeah. And there's
Chaos.
Dude, what?
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 Where is he? I have no idea.
What? Did Chaos get kicked loose into the world? Dude, what
was that?
We got loose chaos. We got unleashed chaos. Is Warmech in Topher then? Who's the final boss in Topher? If you kill that chaos that's loose in the world, does that end the game for you?
I have no idea. How much experience would you get for it? Do you get experience for killing chaos?
Oh, you should get like Phantom experience.
you get one experience point.
So wait, like if Gregory Puff and Dangwu are, and there's a loose slab for Luffy, but they have. I to be a fly on the wall in Teamwork is for Dummies voice chat because that's information that we don't know when Lord Fizzlebeef's going to find it or Lord Fizzlebeef and Luffy. But yeah, like immediately like start like, hey, I know that chaos is like this such and such encounter in this dungeon. Let me just go grind because maybe I don't need to do everything.
Grind chaos. Oh,
well, to grind to kill the chaos. Just like we don't need anything. Just let's see if we can find some towns, and put something together. Because we don't know what boss percentages are. Maybe Wildham was kind, and that chaos has, 50% HP.
Yeah. So.
Dangwu with the reversed mermaid's floor. It's a terrible floor to have reversed.
Man, so one of the other things about reverse is it's every floor has a 50-50, I don't know what the actual number is, has a chance to be reversed. So you could have a vanilla floor, go down a level, and then have a flipped floor, and it completely messes with your head.
We did find an approximation of an endgame weapon in an XCal -3. We got Classic Gamer assuming that the chaos is real. That chaos opened up with Ice 3. I'm pretty sure Ice 3 does not exist
in the
enemy pool. And there's crack.
Crack.
Chaos on the river system.
I just want to hear their voice chat. Greg has gotten chaos twice on the overworld. Nobody else has seen it.
Oh my god. Worth noting, Dangwu found the herb, so yet another fetch that we might be able to turn in. So
I will also note that we are doing 4 orbs. We're not doing a shard hunt.
That's a excellent observation.
Well, because I know when I do these, I always assume that I'm doing a shard hunt. Orbs are also shared between teammates, but shards are not. And so they're checking tons of boxes. I mean, if I'm Greg and Dangwu, I guess we have loose items that we have to consider.
Oh, no. So Fizzle hits Unrunnable Undead Pack in Zozo Melmond and has only got Rub.
Oh, no.
And these enemies look like they rolled up.
Oh, and they've
got some pretty thick evasion. So let's quick recap here. 10 minutes in, we have a seed where every class has a malice. We're working with an entirely blind seed. We know main NPCs are turned off. We're finding loose items all over the place. And we've got entrance shuffle. We've got town shuffle, but not entrances mixed. And we've got a chaos just running amok, chasing down Gregory Puff everywhere he goes. I hope everybody brought some popcorn because I have no idea how long this is going to take. What is in Topher? Man.
Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I mean, maybe it's alt final boss.
Oh.
But then if you put on alt final boss, could you unleash an alt final boss? I have so many questions.
So I know alt final boss is the B-side encounter to Chaos, if I remember right from my days of like running like seeds. So I don't know if you can have B-side and A-side on this.
Yeah,
I know on the same encounter zone, but you could definitely have them in the same seed, because you can have like the B-side spike tiles and the A-side just loose in the world like normal. That's how you get your single eyes on Sky 2, but your 3-eye grind and like Topher.
Yeah.
Now, what if, because I know the way the overworld fights work is that it triggers a spike tile beneath you. So with that in mind, the Chaos fight is already a spike tile. So if they just delinked that from that fight and now Chaos is just a regular encounter, you should still be able to have the B-side boss tile in TOF.
Caleb, I think you're spiraling, man.
It's like Charlie. I got the wire board behind me. It's Pepe Sylvia, man. It's all the way down.
I mean, I was like, I think halfway through that, I was like, is he saying words anymore? I don't know what's going on.
It's all jargon. Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Degwa's buying heal pots, everybody.
Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's not always this. We don't even know what this is yet.
And that's actually true.
So, Davis, you're running this seed with your partner Dwight or Darkmoon, whoever the representative from Team D&D is on the other side of the microphone with you. What's your strategy here? Like, how do you adjust? Like, let's say you have the information that Greg and Dangwu have.
My first instinct would be, it's a good question. My first instinct is to explore. It's not to, because let's think goals. The goal of this match is to eliminate the 4 fiends and get to Temple.
Potentially, right. we could have. I guess.
How amazing
we would have seen the loot in our inventory if we had like Chaos Rush on.
True. So for what we know, or what we imagine, it might be that if you kill the loose Chaos, it credits roll. I mean, we have no idea.
Yeah.
But right now we're thinking all we have to do is light 4 orbs. So I would be opening fewer boxes, especially since we have black belts, and trying to explore to just kind of see what we have. I think if you try to dive too deep too early, you kind of end up spiraling. So yeah, I think I would be looking for what are these different dungeons? Can we identify where some of these fiends are, and really go from there.
And let's talk a little bit about party comps. So both teams running their own party. Greg and Dang rocking fighter, black belt, white, black. That's a very safe party for blind flags. You're going to get all the magic, and you're going to have whatever melee option you may need.
Right.
Fizzle and Luffy going with fighter, red, double black, the standard speed and power party.
Yeah.
What do you think about these parties?
So personally, I know this is rare.
Wait.
I like white mages. I think, especially going into a blind flag set, I feel like a white mage is very, like, it's not just safe, it's very utilizable with, throwing ruse on and putting them in first slot. You're going to get exit, you're going to get your cure 4s, you're going to get fade somewhere, or you can just Dan it and run a 3-man party. Like, it's a very versatile spot. Whereas the red mage is my least favorite class in the entire game, because it appears to have everything that you want, but it always doesn't have that one thing you need. So sure. I would probably go either fighter, black belt, black, white, or thief, black belt. Nah, I might do fighter, thief, white, black.
Okay, so you'd opt for the the thief over the black belt then.
Well, because it depends. Because if it's a case where you have to open a ton of boxes.
But that's the thing, you don't know. It's a blind.
Right.
It's a blind seed. As a Greggly Puff finds the ice loop here and gets thundered by Blue D's. This could be a problematic tile if we can't get away from it.
To counter though, we don't know what the scaling is.
Yeah.
So black belts are hindered by scaling. Fighters and thieves are really hindered by boxes and money. So either way, you're taking a gamble, and you don't know which way it's going to turn out. I think the safest party is going to be one like fighter white black. I think period. What that fourth character is, I think that's really what the discussion's about.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the black belt specifically for a blind flag set. Just you want to have that nuclear option, and there's Greggly Puff digging a cube out of the ice cave. Again, that might be an incentivized location. That might be an incentive progression item. Mm-hmm. Where,
yeah. I mean, really, what the rod and the cube are very different items in Floor and Entrance because they're blocking some sort
crown.
of.
There's a crown. This is another
crown
fetch.
And a cube.
But those are two very different things in the randomizer. So
right.
I do want to address a couple questions in chat. Classic Gamer 76 pointing out that there's some shenanigans afoot. So it's spike tiles. It looks like vanilla spike tiles are shuffled. And it looks like we found a dead end, a Cardia dead end. So dead ends are in the mix as well as Danglu found a flipped Cardia island. But yeah.
There's also a couple questions about. I think it's Luffy's screen has the plus and the minus on it. That's just something that happens when you run a Valkyries of Light, which is why he has different avatars. So when you use that particular file, it happens to change and put random pluses and minuses in.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't actually mean anything. That's the important part. They don't mean anything.
It's a way to compensate for the text changes, if I understand correctly. Mm-hmm. So Greg finds some adamant now on the top floor of ice. Almost through with this full clear. Just got 4 more boxes in the original incentive box to check. Mm-hmm. As he's waiting for Dangwu to get those items.
Well, and it's kind of interesting because I'm seeing a lot more stopping and talking in this seed. Like typically, I'm very bad at stopping, rearranging my thoughts, creating a plan, and doing that plan. Whereas it seems like these guys are being very purposeful to try to figure out what's going on, to create a plan for it, and then to execute that plan.
Yeah, I would love to see one of the teammates stopping to get some levels. Like find a fight that we can kill. Because right now, everyone's levels are struggling. And that level 3 fade for Teamwork is for Dummies is just, looking, it's looking out it wants to come in and wants to be a part of the party, and we just won't let it.
Well, but again, that's kind of why I like that white mage because, especially, I mean, there are some no white mage runners, and if you know that going into your match, and you bring a white mage, if you get something that's white locked, you're that far ahead already. And so for Teamwork is for Dummies, they have Fade, the most powerful spell available to anybody right now. They want to use it. They should be getting to a place where they can use it. And it looks like Greg is just re-diving ice over and over again to try to get out.
Trying to get these boxes out of here. So the Ice Cave Loop is the top floor, so I don't hate this play. He's already found 3 key items down here. We don't know how XP is progressing. If we don't know if it's by key item, we don't know if it's by 5%, 10%, whether we got to get 15 to get 200% XP. We don't know how the XP is scaling. It could be orb XP. So that's all stuff you could be talking and communicating about with your partner. Like, hey, we have 6 key items.
Right.
Do you feel like our XP is any better? And if it's no, then it's we either have that threshold XP or we've got orb XP on.
So I just realized something. Whenever I go into blind flags, especially when we were doing this with hardcore Irongol, I'd be studying kind of the newer flags that we're doing and trying to identify, try to figure out specific ways to identify specific flags. So, for example, they could have, like, say that game over. They could have, like we talked about, the canal, the Ryukon Desert, Northern Docks, things like that. So I think I think the one thing we're not seeing is a little bit more of that testing range of figuring out, like you said, okay, how is our experience scaling? Let's take a trap tile twice, look at the, get a key item before, key item after, what's it look like? And we're not seeing that as much as we are trying to see, okay, how are we going to open every box? Which, again, is not the purpose of this.
So Fizzle finds the dwarf cave, but they don't have the adamant. I thought we were going to get our first look at fetch turn-ins.
Fetch turn-in.
Yeah. But I think, so our wonderful tracker Danny and I are having a conversation in the notes room, and she brings up a good point that we completely glossed over. More information that Teamwork is for Dummies has that the Trash Island treasure hunting unit doesn't yet.
Well, I mean,
oh wait, no, it looks like okay.
I was gonna say he's in our deals.
Yeah, so the canoe, right. I don't think we found. So we're working with a free canoe from the generous Wild Ham.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's another one of those. As I'm going through flags, yes, I want to go left to check the canal, but I'm also going to just walk into a river and see what happens. And knowing that you have a canoe opens up 3 different checks if 3 different checks if the docks are on, and those 3 could have a key item.
We're either witnessing Fizzle doing a big thing, or his DoorDash delivery just showed up with his dinner, because he hung out outside Ordeals for a minute.
Yeah, and it's really 50-50 at this point.
Yeah, dinner scraps are important.
Yeah, I was
going
to
race hungry.
So, Team Caleb, what are you eating tonight?
If
you're going into this race, what are you going into?
Thursdays are leftover nights. Nothing inside tonight. I have found good success racing on curry nights, though. So there's that.
I mean, it's incentive to finish quickly. That's what curry night is.
And are we going to find out on Northern Docks?
Yeah,
they are on. Okay, so we know that main NPCs are turned off, so we don't need to check the caravan. We're not going to. Well, I guess there's the very low % chance that something still shakes into, but. Here we go. We're going to get a bottle turn-in. Level 7 Warp and Temper. Ugh.
Yeah, especially
and
for
Cure 4.
And Cure 4.
And it's out of reach of the Red Mage, or Red Wizard at that.
Yeah, and again, that's another advantage Teamwork is for Dummies. It's simply at the character select screen.
Yeah.
And we're getting a level 8 check, too.
Yeah, might as well see what's on and off the table for promotion. There's Nuke. Oof, and exit. So Warp and exit 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So again, with that Nuke stuck at level 8 and Fade at level 3, also being white locked, Teamwork is for Dummies just had a huge lead just by checking those magic shops.
I want to see Teamwork is for Dummies hit Chaos. Is that too much to ask for? And fetch quests are turned off as well, as the fairy's giving out some wooden nunchucks. So we're walking out of here the old-fashioned way. There's some TNT in a box.
TNT. Well, and Fizzle already found dwarfs, so they actually can check that pretty quickly.
And robot with some money. Okay, so nothing doing here in this waterfall.
Okay, was that a random encounter, or was that Garland? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So Garland's B-side is the Irongols, so. Garland and Chaos, while linked canonically, not linked within the hardwiring of the game.
Again, I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to expect. I'm bracing myself. Is he checking level?
I think he was checking to make sure that his orbs weren't lit.
Oh, yeah.
So we do have to light some orbs.
Yeah.
Now, is this... I hope... Bonk off the door. I hope Topher's
yes,
flipped.
Please. Topher and Carrie's floor are the two that I can never wrap my brain around. And
Sky
Luffy's-
1. Sky 1's frustrating.
Yeah, Sky 1. Not as damaging, though, because it's just like a number of chests. But it looks like Luffy's stuck in Waterfall. Did he actually find... Oh, you know what? He did, because he got the TNT. He got the TNT.
So he's on his way out. Procgen Waterfall is not as... I mean, when Procgen Waterfall flipping, right? It shouldn't be that much more difficult, right? But can you imagine a vanilla waterfall flip?
You know what? If I stepped into a vanilla waterfall flipped, I'd treat it exactly as if it were Procgen Waterfall, and I'd be lost for days.
You'd never get out. So, Lord Hayati, what does flip Topher mean? So, you might notice that some of these floors, notably the floor that Dangwoo's on, is flipped horizontally as if you were holding it in front of a mirror. So, there is a flag on the beta site, soon to be pushed live, where random floors throughout the game are mirrors. So, and if it's Topher that's mirrored, when you go to the left side to open those free doors, you'll just bounce off the Mystic Key doors.
And for runners who have been running this game, dozens of seeds, I mean hundreds of seeds over the last couple years, months, it's all muscle memory. So when you flip that room, all of your muscle memory disappears, and it's a lot harder than it looks. I'm just going to say that.
Mm-hmm. And there's another Cardia dead end.
Mm-hmm.
So
Luffy was the smart save. I really like that.
Yeah. It's a heads up play there.
Mm-hmm.
A veteran move coming out of the Duckling.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's another storyline worth discussing. So Dangwoo, Gregglypuff, a team since the dawn of co-op, the upstarts from the 2019 co-op tournament, and Lord Fizzlebeef with the rotating Trash Island team, where we saw him as the Trash Island Fire Department in co-op 2019 with his partner Tarnin, and then in the last summer's co-op tournament he partnered up with Duchess, and they were the Trash Island Bake Sale. Mm-hmm. And now he's taken another duck under his wing in the form of Luffy DV, and they're the Trash Island Treasure Hunting Unit. So Luffy, though, like, dude's on fire, right? Like, he's been crushing it lately. Yeah. Like,
I think he came in first in one of the weeklies. I don't think it was this week. I think it was last week, maybe. He's been training a lot for our upcoming Tournaments of Hope on Random Mania, I believe. Yep. Which is going to be a Chaos Rampage flag set.
Yeah. If folks are interested in that, January 31st, I think from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. During the tournament, we're going to have during the marathon, we'll have an 8-person Chaos Rush tournament. And right now the qualifiers being worked, but Luffy is, I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he even beat Thunder in a race I think yesterday in a random pickup race on the Discord server.
Yeah, he's just been working hard and just steadily getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
And we have 9 contestants for our there's the chime.
Luffy with the chime. Yeah, we also saw a ribbon in bottom left of TOF too, which is might be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
And that doesn't weigh that much.
So yeah, we have 9 entrants, but only 8 spots for this upcoming tournament, and I think Luffy's a shoo-in for one of those top 8.
Yeah,
with how he's been working.
The Grokky Dog PTSD intensifies with 9 participants and a cutoff of 8. Happened in the very first Duck Derby. So right now, also going on at the same time as all this Irongol Double Dragon stuff and the regular Irongol, and we have the Duck Derby happening in the background. So every Monday for this month, for the next 3 weeks now, all the ducks are beating themselves up in the pond for our viewing pleasure, and Luffy is the only on-stream runner that is eligible to be a duck. Everybody else here is old crusty vets. And Davis, you participated in the most recent Duck Derby. How do you think that experience prepared you for other sorts of tournament experiences in FFR?
So, tournament racing and casual pickup racing feel completely different. The only way to get used to tournament running is to run tournaments. I was lucky enough to have the Lich's Low Limit tournament right before our Duck Derby, so I had a little bit of experience. But it's definitely hard because you, especially as a duck, which for those of you who don't know, it's our new runner program. So if you're interested in playing, we teach you literally everything that you need to know to be a top tier runner. So training for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I think my first race, I came in like 16th and did 19 different Topher dives. Kind of destroys you, and you have to learn to pick yourself back up and fight back for the rest of the tournament.
So we got Mythical Blue Steak on Fizzle's screen as he's preparing for the patented Lord Fizzle Beef Windmill Slam of Sky as he's walking through this desert to get to the Mirage Tower.
Just a quick note, he just got to level 10.
Yeah,
we're 33 minutes in.
Yeah, no one. This is what I was saying. I think levels are either linked. XP is either linked to orbs or it's linked to a threshold for items. But the more we go, the more I think we're linked to orbs. And there's a tail, so that's pretty really good, especially for the Trash Island treasure hunting unit, because Sarda's going to be free. I'm sorry, not so, well. Sarda's probably going to be nothing.
Whoa!
I'm just gonna. Is there a reverse commentator's curse?
Oh my god! Wow,
so
that's a huge.
Oh, and there's
Fizzle gets it. Fizzle gets
Dude, what now? Fizzle stuck in a buffering loop. Okay, so
you can see like the loading circle just in the center of his brain.
Give me back my floater, Fizzle Beef.
Chaos.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? With 3 and 256 chance, crazier things have happened, right?
Yeah.
There's Inferno. Oh, Nuke's got that ribbon. Okay, so rewind. Sarda with the floater, that may be incentive. We could be in a situation where the only item that was incentivized was floater, and the only things that were incentivized, like, so it's like floater and 23 duds, right? Like one of them's going to be the floater, but we don't know which one it is. So I wouldn't put that past Fizzle, or I'm sorry, Wildham.
Yeah.
And now he's grinding. He's grinding for chaos. I knew it was going to happen. If chaos was runnable, but we still don't know what's going to happen if we kill this chaos.
Right.
And I think Fizzle wants to find out.
Well, I think he's also just trying to figure out where in the encounter table it is. I don't know if he did a hard reset and he's trying to identify.
He absolutely did. Like, there's no way that you don't search for chaos unless you do the hard reset to try to find it. Yeah. And maybe I'm wondering if he wasn't hard resetting through the whole game up until this point. So we don't know how deep this chaos is, but
yeah, it is interesting that Greg is the only one who's like the first one who saw chaos, and whether or not that had to do with hard reset versus soft reset or just proximity.
We have an interesting comment from Lord Hayati Davis. What if chaos is in every enemy set? So it seems like it's a chaos is unleashed very much in the way that Warmech is unleashed, because we've seen chaos here in the Sea Shrine. We've seen chaos on the river system. And I think in Earth, I think Greg found them.
I think it was in Marsh-ish.
Yeah, but I think it was an Earth floor. So
yeah, it looks like it is the Warmech Unleashed concept, but with chaos instead of Warmech.
Yep. And Dangwu finds a ruby here on Earth Floor 2, which probably is nothing. But I wonder, while Fizzle digs for chaos, if Luffy's going to beat feet over to the Ryukon Desert to lift that airship out of the ground.
Oh, I mean, did he find anything valuable enough to not hard reset out of this dungeon? I mean, I feel, because again, we haven't found a single fiend yet.
Maybe gear. Maybe there's something he picked up, and there it is. So
he found the chaos. That's deep.
Yeah, very deep. But we're going back for that 3256 rub. Nukes and nukes rubs. One more time. Oh, we get another rub out. All right. Hey, good turn order there for these rubs. Ice 3. Nuke survives. Good turn order. Another rub comes out. Chaos, not welcoming of the bad touch from the Black Mages of Lord Fizzlebeast, but he knows where chaos is.
But I wonder how valuable that is.
Luffy, where are you going, bud? Going back in to this ice cave. I'm pretty sure we saw him walk out and save.
But Fizzle's going west, which is not towards the Ryukon Desert.
Right.
I mean, I'd be beelining it for Ryukon, and one of us would be going to Cardia immediately.
Yeah. Or at least Gaia Lefane to find Provoca.
Yeah.
But maybe Unleashed Chaos broke Fizzle's brain and he just went. And there's Dangwu finding chaos in the ice cave.
It's that first turn crack. So it looks like he has Ice 3 as...
Oh no, that's on the Kraken floor. Okay.
So it looks like we have Ice... Starts off with Ice 3 as a spell. Did he do like Ice 3, Ice 2 in Crack? Is that what we've seen?
I forget what the second spell was, but I know we've seen Ice 3 and Crack a lot.
Yeah. Warmech Unleashed Chaos Edition. I love it.
So there's no Desert Dock. Alright, so Gregory Puff making his way to the desert with the chime in hand. So they're not going to be in the air far behind the Trash Island treasure hunting unit. Oh, and thank you, Lord Hayate. We did also see Inferno coming out behind the crack, pointing out that he's using his vanilla script. Interesting. Indeed. Indubitably.
All right, where are we? We are... Fizzle is flying. We found Marshsplit. And Luffy and Dangwu are both in the river system. But there wasn't really anything in our river system. I know we had a dead end.
We had a chaos in the river system.
We had chaos everywhere.
Hey, we got Rock Solid Karan. We got a lot of folks hanging out with us in chat. And Classic Gamer pointing out that maybe all scripts and spells are vanilla. With the undead, we did see those stun touches, so that tracks. Blue D's had thunder. Yeah, that's right. So, excellent point, Classic Gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, Pro Rings -2 doesn't feel wonderful. Hey, and Chanigan, another one of the new ducks hanging out with us. Good to see you.
Yeah, right. So you know what still bothers me? We're not looking for fiends. That bothers me.
Well, we don't... Maybe Trash Island is doing that. Fizzle gets the okie doke with... And there's chaos.
There's another chaos. Rub him.
Rub him.
He doesn't have his... he has a couple... actually, it doesn't matter, does it?
We're running and rubbing. Run and rub. I want to see this 3256 hit.
I would love it. I would love it so much.
And it looked like the Lefanians had another dud. Rub. Rub. Lightning 3. Okay. Rub. Slow 2. I think Nuke is next. Oh, the Cure 4.
Cure 4.
Yeah. Yeah, Nuke I think is 5th spell then?
Honestly, I don't know vanilla pretty much at all.
Ooh,
so
we got an armory floor. This is a good find. Lots of boxes here.
But we don't need boxes!
We don't know that. We need a loot and a key. We need a loot and a key.
Damn.
And we found Provoca with Bruise and Invis 2. So that's pretty good.
That's really good. Yeah. I mean, that's something to put down. And Saber.
Ooh, yeah. Black Magic, no muy bueno tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one of those things that you write down and come back to later. And we'll see if we have buffed pirates. One of my favorite flags.
Dangle, where you go, bud? You
yeah,
went the wrong way.
We definitely have at least dangerous pirates. I can't remember the flag.
It looks like unsafe pirates are on for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they're buffed, but they're definitely on. You know what? I think they're buffed. Because even with unsafe, you don't typically see 2 hits for 150.
True. It's usually just like they get a script. So we got buffed pirates. Oh, Dangwo. Or Wild Ham.
See,
I'm used to cursing Dangwo.
I feel like these flags tell a great story, though. Like, we keep running into new interesting things as we go along. It just keeps it exciting. I don't know.
Greg
He's a master.
Picking up Confuse and ducking those pirates because they're probably not going to give us anything.
Yeah, that's a great spell pickup for those pirates. Vanilla golds for 30k.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
All the way down here in Lefane. And we're talking to the pirates again without saving it first. Yeah, drop that Confuse. All right, got a good turn order there. Only lost a black belt. Got 8 and 9, pretty good. Yeah, let those pirates beat themselves up. Yeah, those pirates are soaking 212 damage.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's still possible that these have an incentive item. I mean, we did find Sarda with one. Yeah. We have no idea.
Yeah, it could be like floater plus another thing we're incentivized, so.
All right, so Dangwu found Marsh Split as well. He's heading down. Luffy finally getting their crown, and he's on Sky 2. Sky 2, and he's walking straight through it. This is kind of different compared to what they usually do on a new floor.
And it's a heal pot. A heal pot from the pirates. Okay. So, but Black Mage survived and jumped up to level 13. And Rock Solid asking in the chat about the flip floors. It's random which floors are flipped. So, good luck with that, kind of. And another question about the plus signs after following the items. That's a feature of the Valkyries of Light patch that Luffy's running.
Yeah. So they don't actually mean anything. Yeah. That's the important part.
All right, Gregory Puff headed to the Cardia Islands. Let's see what we got. That looked like a sea floor.
Yeah, I think that was the
Kraken side left. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Dangwu got sea split from Marsh Split bottom.
Just wonderful.
Just and carry! Look! A fiend floor!
Relax, bud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta get excited about stuff. It's the little things these days.
And Greg did pick up Confuse, so it's a flotation device for a carry fight.
Yeah. But, and we don't know what boss scaling is. Ooh, metal slimes.
Right,
but
and
I don't think he has AoE fire, though.
She's gonna have her vanilla script, which I think puts Blaze in the pool. And that's gonna roast our party. There's a Procate +2, so it's pretty good defensive gear there. And the Astos gives a gold bracelet, and Luffy Says, I've had enough of this shenanigans. I'm going for a pop grind. How many fights in before you hit chaos on pop?
I mean, so let's even, to pull it back, this is 46 minutes in, and we're witnessing our first grind. Most of our runners are still in single-digit levels or low teens, if that. And we're still trying. I still don't think that we've found exactly what our experience buffs are. We've been getting low experience. It's probably orb.
Yeah, I think it's orb XP. That's the only thing that makes sense right now. Like,
yeah,
we found way too many key items to not hit that 15 for 200% or 12 for 150%, whatever choice you make.
Yeah, we definitely have over 15.
Gregory Puff putting those nunchucks to work from the ferry. Dang, swinging some nunchucks on his screen. Love it. And we're going to see a crystal. Yeah, we're going to get a crystal turn in. Zeus Gauntlet. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best things we found so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Matoya with some money.
Yeah. Yeah, and now it's like that gives you the option of having some sort of AoE black belt grind, something like Gurmeduce's. You can take out with that Zeus Gauntlet, no problem.
Dang, Woo for getting floors are wet. Greg not going to take a chance on the pirates without saving first.
Yeah. Well, and I think also opting out of taking that carry fight, which given how deep this dungeon is, and taking a wipe.
Yeah, the carry floor was only 2 floors down. It's just this sea floor into carry, so.
And he's noping out of it too.
All right, Cardia treasure here.
Mm-hmm. That's always something you want to find.
Yeah. Free boxes, no fights.
Especially when we've had kind of not a very high density good equipment.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're impoverished or just low key item density, but it's that we're not going to expect to find 5 ribbons in this seed.
We might be on just vanilla treasures because I haven't seen anything that would make me think treasures are randomized. I didn't see any like cat claws in a box. I didn't see steel armor in a box. Did we see a buckler in a box? We might have saw a buckler in a box. So if buckler in a box, that means we are dealing with impoverished treasure. Not impoverished, but randomized treasure for sure. Mm-hmm. We did see an X-Cal was like our best in-game weapon so far, which is the shutter, right? Yeah, and we haven't. I mean, we do have the tail, but no Bahamut. So yeah, I think the first team to find Bahamut is going to have a bit of an edge. But now Greg's running into the point where, okay, I have all of these entrances that are available to me, but I can't survive any of them. And this is where, finding Vampire Floor. Both of our teams have the rod, so they do have and a gold bracelet. Yeah, gold bracelet's a good pickup there. Especially for where we've been at with our items. But yeah, we're hitting that point where we have to be able to survive our dives. And this is where thief classes end up being incredibly important in these higher difficulty deep dungeon flag sets. I think it's not only being able to survive like the run from we need to start being able to take some of these fights and win. Yeah. And those black mages are just dead weight, unfortunately, with the way the magic rolled. Yeah. Now, we've talked about this, Davis, before and just one-off conversations. You're running co-op. Mm-hmm. You realize that you lost the party gamble with Fighter Red Double Black. Mm-hmm. If you reset, you're going to get all the key items back if you reroll. Mm-hmm. You're not... Mm-hmm. We're losing how many levels? 10? Mm-hmm. I would reroll into the Fighter Thief Double White or... Yeah, Fighter Thief Double White. Like that. Yeah. Or Fighter, Black Belt Thief Double White.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, you could also do something like fighter double white black.
So we have in the first 4 levels of black magic, we have lock, we have saber, we have fast.
Mm-hmm.
So like that in and of itself means that the ninja magic could be pretty good.
Right.
So
right.
I think a gutsy call here would be to re-roll into a new party comp for either team, really, because those black mages are just probably the worst black mages I've seen.
Yeah,
with like the way the magic's rolled out.
At least trade out the black mage for a red mage. Like I'm not sure there's much benefit to the red mage over the black mage, other than it can wear armor and has hopefully more HP. But yeah, this fighter red double black is kind of the worst.
Yeah,
just ends up being the worst. I think after going through Elfland and finding nothing except for a white locked fade, that's when you start talking about re-rolling.
Yeah.
And even if they re-rolled right now, it's 7 levels. It's not going to take long to get those 7 levels back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's a quick re-roll. You know where you lose all the gear and money you have, which is the biggest loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you and your partner are taking good notes, like you might remember where, and there's Dango finding chaos. You might remember where those gold bracelets are that you found, where the big money boxes are that you found, and just go get the stuff you need to jumpstart your re-roll. I mean, I don't think it's with keeping all of the key items, like it's. I mean, even I think it's definitely something you should have in your back pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even with like vanilla, like even the Pop Grind, Vanilla Hall of Giants, I mean, these are not the highest experience when we're talking a standard randomizer flag set, but in where we are right now, take it. You've got fade casts. You throw 2 fade casts out there. You use your house. You throw out more fade casts, and you got to get to that mid-teens level to be able to start surviving this.
Because I mean, even push comes to shove, so we go hard and we bring black belt thief double white.
Mm-hmm.
You know where Matoya is. Matoya had that Zeus gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
So you could very quickly just adjust into black belt double white as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a defense sword. Might be incentivized.
That's a game-changing pickup. That's the worst time to pick him up. Okay, in surviving, getting to our lich floor. So with this lich floor, there's another thing we have to think about, which is, do we have shuffled fiends?
Right, no one's made it to an actual fiend fight yet.
Or what kind of boss could this be?
What if pacifist bosses we would have seen the pirates? Okay.
No, Garland.
What if the ultimate
Garland.
Yeah. What if the ultimate troll was pacifist bosses?
I feel like Greg's hyping himself up right now. He's like, "Yep, we got it."
Yeah.
And he's just waiting to get. There he goes.
And it's
Fiend shuffle.
All right, and no fades. Spam some invis 2s. Buff that fighter.
Yeah.
Fire 2 comes out. We know it's vanilla scripts. And there's Dangwu finding Warmech floor, or the Bridge of Destiny. Are we going to see a Warmech standing at the end of that bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Not the best damage there, but where is our defense sword? Go with the cheeky quad X, ineffective.
Yeah. Well, and again, we don't know what the scaling looks like.
Carry throwing punches though. I wish we had moved that defense sword.
Cast that ruse. Get max evade on that fighter.
Throw the ribbon on
fast.
him. Yeah.
Throw the ribbon. It's going to take forever with chip damage, but it'll go down eventually.
Yeah, because we might be dealing with like super generous XP too, where it's like 100% per orb.
Right.
So
I mean, once you find that Andy didn't have any fade casts. Like,
yeah.
you get to the point. I mean, typically, if we're doing the typical max percentage for what we would run in a flag set, we're talking 300%.
There's chaos again.
So that's only 1,800 hit points.
Throw the brick. Miss. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Have fun.
There's Warmech.
Ooh, there's Warmech. Or is it? No,
it's Warmech.
All right, it's the mech.
Okay, so yeah, 1,800 HP on carry isn't terrible, and there's Warmech with all the nuclears, so...
Well, and we have that carry floor, which if carry is Kraken or Tia, that's good for us, as long as we have charges for that Brack.
Yeah.
And it's, like you said, it's only 2 floors deep. That's pretty much perfect. Even if you roll Lich, vanilla Lich script, which I don't really know, I assume it's not horrible.
It's opening ice too is like the biggest thing that is a run killer for like a vanilla run though. Like ice 2, we can probably survive.
Well, I mean, and if you look at the accumulated gear right now, we have ribbons, we have at least copper 2s, couple golds. We definitely have enough to do to take out a Lich pretty comfortably.
And Luffy making this Zombo grind work. It's not the fastest, but Greg finds Bahamut. It says, no, I got my black belt. I'm going to hold on to him for a little while.
Yeah, there's no advantage to doing it right now. Especially because even if you were able to buy some of those higher level spells, you need to have the levels to cast them. And they're not going to get the levels.
Now, I don't know how mean Wildcam is, but do you think like inverted MDef might be on?
It absolutely could be. Absolutely.
The black belt fixes could be like not on.
Yeah. Well, and to answer what Shanigan brought up, asking about save on death, which it's possible that it's on. I mean, it's possible that we've been resetting out of experience for this entire run.
I mean, it's hard to tell because the menus happen so quickly with gear,
right.
But key items are already shared. So,
well, Dengwu finding an eye fight on Sky 1. Oh, and we had that metal slime tile
on the carry floor. Yeah,
right. That a single cast metal slime. Yeah, nobody's checked their MDef yet. I feel like we have missed opportunity right there. I mean, that metal slime tile, I don't like the eyes, because if we are running vanilla scripts, eyes are terrifying.
Well, with pro rings, that should help mitigate a lot of the eyes threat.
All I know is I'm supposed to be scared of them with vanilla scripts.
Don't be scared of them. They're just eyes. Another gold bracelet, another XCal 3.
There we go. That's
3.
definitely randomized treasures.
Yeah, 100%. Sure. Yeah, the second gold bracelet is the tell in and of itself. Okay, so randomized treasures, likely low or impoverished. I don't think we're Melmond level yet. No. Is Greg going back to carry for?
I think he's.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
He's
checking the fiend.
Yeah. All right, what do we got? We got a Kraken. We got the jump on it. So that's another thing. That's that's good information. We can surprise unrunnable fights. Well,
even just the fact that carries actually Kraken, the fact that black mage has Brack, and this Invis 2, which I think is a smart move. This is very good news for Teamworks for Dummies.
Good turn order there with the Invis 2 coming out. Weapon damage isn't doing much, so likely dealing with very high % bosses here, as that was like 1 million hits through 2 stacks of Invis.
Yeah, and this is one of those few times having those Brack casts. I was gonna say I would reset right now and immediately redive. I might like walk a circle or do some quick menuing, but this could be a game-changing moment where they know they have a one-hit kill fiend of high probability that could get you 100% experience buff. For both.
And the fact,
and
the fact that orbs are shared, like you said, it's huge. Is there a flag to turn off, Breck? What are you, Satan? Not yet, unless there's some other thing that Wild Hand did.
Jeez. Yeah, there's I think you're giving ideas.
And we're resetting
magic
again.
With seeds.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as I don't think that Brack strats are a very good idea. Like in general, in this specific moment, I think this is where you do it. I would like to see some quick menuing or something, so he's not just walking the same path over and over and over again. But we'll see where this goes.
I mean, our RNG is different enough each time, so
yeah,
and we can get to Kraken without taking a fight.
Yeah,
so it's a free check. I mean, each time it costs probably a minute to come down here and wipe, but like you said, the possible payout is huge.
Right. It's the information, the payout.
And then Kraken gets the jump on us.
Very appropriate. It smacks Dang first turn.
Brack comes out ineffective. He's only got 3 of these each round. Good turn order there. We need Brack. Hey,
there it is. There it is.
Only took 476 Bracks. And Lord Fizzleby finds another chaos just running amok down here.
All right, so that's an hour and 3 minutes in. That's our first orblet for either of our teams. And now's the big moment to take a fight, look at the experience, and see if it jumped up substantially, which we're assuming it will.
All right, there's Dangwood receiving the fire orb. Hitting the spike tile. It's the waterfall pack. Can we? We can't kill that. So, yeah.
He doesn't.
All right. So if I'm Greg, I'm at least breathing a little easier right now because that's forward momentum. That's a gain where so much of this seed has just felt like you're struggling to tread water.
Absolutely. Well, and especially again for Luffy and Fizzle, just not having Lit 2 being your best AoE. Yeah.
It's not good, but you can make it work, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But Vanilla Sleep Touch is going to slow this fight down.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so...
All right, Dangwu, where are you going?
Yeah.
Back to the marsh split. Now, Dangwu did find the Kraken floor, and we never saw the fiend there, so that's either Tiamat or Lich. So both fiends that I would feel comfortable fighting.
Oh, absolutely. So that's ice. Now, he could just go to the Bridge of Destiny and grind. I mean,
that's
you're talking about fighters, R hydrants,
vanilla sorcerers with Death Touch.
Right. Never mind.
Trance. As we see Luffy's screen just trying to get away from this.
Yep.
Everything's dangerous with vanilla scripts.
Yeah, pretty much. Ugh, casting first. Ice. Alright, let's see what Dangwu does here. He is going top, which is
checking every door.
If you were to rate the difficulty of this seed from 1 to 10, Where would it be?
It's hard to do that, man. Because, like, no matter what the flags are, like, you can roll, like, nightmare scripts.
A -3. I mean, I honestly would not call this a 9.
No.
I think we have some missed opportunities. But it's a missed opportunity you have to prepare. Oh, Fizzle's about to see the metal slimes. I want to see what he does once he finds this metal slime tile.
He's got everybody up in good spirits with their HP. And he knows this is probably one of the better fights he's going to find.
But he doesn't have anything. He has Ice 2 at level 5.
Yeah. Oh, Dangle finds a key here on Marsh Bottom. That's good. That's half of the puzzle that we need for this seed. We need a loot still. It could be right here in Marsh Incentive. As Luffy's grinding blue Ds.
All right, so Greg's about to do our second check for...
Yeah, this is Lichertia.
Right.
Hey!
He gets the Tia pull. So once again, having to do the quick Brack strats. Brack coming out first turn, ineffective
Maybe
still.
we'll get a little bit better luck.
Oh, Tia's just hitting hard.
Yeah, bosses rolled way up. So Lich behind Warmac. Chef's kiss.
So have they checked their experience yet since that fight? I don't think so. I don't think they've taken a fight. They've just been running. Well, Fizzle's pulled his Kraken too.
And advantage here for them, they have 3 Bratcasters. So he's gonna be in a better spot than Gregory Buff was here.
First turn.
Yeah. All right, so lights the orb. And now I wonder if we'll see the Trash Island treasure hunting unit start checking fights for XP. And we'll actually, Luffy dealing with some wizards. Not going to get away from this.
Looking good.
That fighter with that luck debuff. All right, we're going to see TOF checks. So we got red Ds. That's okay.
That's really good.
Let's see what this kind of XP is. And they're quad axable.
Ooh, and they're quad axable.
That look. Oh man, do you see those levels on Craig's party? An hour 9 minutes in, his light warriors just hit one of his light warriors just hit level 7. Hallelujah. Feels so bad.
So
this is vanilla XP Wild Ham.
I mean, it's 1100 experience for that fight.
That's something.
Yeah.
It's you make it work. And there's a power gauntlet for Dangu out of the marsh lock. So is it incentive? Oh.
Yeah. Though I mean that's a good power bonk's a game power bonk with defense.
Luffy back in here with the blue Ds. I don't remember how much XP he was getting before, but he's getting 1600 per kill. Well, he's only got 3 light warriors up. So everybody killing dragons.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point you have to just stop, find one of these tiles and just grind. I think the Fire D's is probably the best one. Fizzle finally finding his Bahamut check.
Huge.
Red D's have Blaze.
Well, yeah, that's their vanilla script. But I mean, that's with the one Black Mage, yeah. But I think if Luffy or Fizzle find that Red D, they're gonna take much greater advantage of it.
And thank you to our tracker Danny for pointing that out to me.
And XP could be based on orbs. It doesn't have to be 100% per orb. Right. It could be 25%. So
it's something.
Yeah. But we do there is the option to not have any sort of XP progression. I don't think that's the case here, though. I think it's like 25%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still think that I still think that they're missing out on another opportunity by not taking the TIA fight. We have those red Ds, which you have a ribbon, you have a couple gold bracelets, some pro rings.
They still hit real hard. TIA still hits real hard.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken hit real hard too.
Yeah.
It's a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's like, okay, you either have to take the grind, or you have to be okay with bouncing out a lot.
Now,
but you got to pick one.
I wonder, will we see? So the far right box here that Greg's about to check is a better trap treasure box.
Right.
Bane sword. So maybe
sword.
better trap treasures on.
Yeah.
Well,
and that Bane sword brings up another advantage of, they only had one Brat caster in the Black Mage. Now they have a Brat caster and a Bane caster. But we're seeing Greg start to do a grind. It's going to be dangerous, but I think it's the right play.
He's got ribbons, and fun fact about the Red Ds, they share the same elemental weakness to the poison element that Tiamat does.
Interesting.
So we could be spamming some Bane swords here. All right. I think it's time to get out of here, save, and maybe come right back in without the white mage.
We were kind of talking party comp earlier. At this point, I think the black belt is more of a hindrance than a help.
No. Oh, and there's our loot. So Dangwu finds the horn here on the flipped Sharknado floor, and ironically, that room for Greg and Dangwu, that is.
It's a very special room.
A very special room for the two of them. So that's key item go mode for them. Yeah, now it's time to buckle down and we figure out where our levels are, get all our spells, and you say the black belt's a hindrance. I still think it's the puncher. Like we know that boss percents are high.
But it's time then. Now, granted, we don't have a lot of armor. I mean, I think Dangwu's picked up a lot. We know where gold bracelets are. We have pro rings. We have a couple ribbons. We have an X-Cal. It's not the best. We have a defense sword. We have vanilla defense, which is still a good weapon.
We have access to fast. Temper's almost out of reach at level 7.
We have Bonk.
And Luffy gets his promotion, right? So Trash Island treasure hunting unit doesn't have hardly as much treasure as Teamwork is for Dummies. Irony.
Let's see. Life is at level 5, so that's not... So that's you gotta have that.
It was Red Wizard learnable.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's slot 2.
Yeah, slot 2. So.
Yeah, and I think this is I think this is a very different type of co-op because we've been talking a lot. Like when I think co-op, you're doing a lot of shard hunt, you're taking a lot of notes, you're trying to convey information to one another. You're not trying to strategize with one another. It's
we do
two
co-op differently, my friend.
Yeah. Well, but like, it's one thing. Like it is different to have to figure out what the most effective way to win is when it's not what you're used to.
Now,
like yes, you always have to strategize, but
Fizzle's going for chaos. I want to see Gregly Puff walk past that black orb and see what Topher is, as Dangwu settles into an Agama grind. Not bad. So everybody working. And Agamas, so it looks like enemies have low percent possible, like they're not clamped.
Yeah, it looks like Dangwu's trying to start a black belt grind.
Yeah. All right. So Fizzle digging for chaos. Luffy cleaning up exploration because they still need loot and key.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, and never mind.
Blaze coming out, but everybody survives for Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Fizzle digging for chaos. Never thought of... Greg, go past the black orb. Go past the black orb, please.
Well, there's that chaos. Oh, he's got X for. So he's trying to do X for rub strats.
Or X for Brack. X for rub is still the same sort of percentages.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah. X for Brack is the 7%. 20 is like 25, 26% to get X for to stick, and then it turns the 3 and 256 to a 7% chance. 6 to 7%. It's a wibbly number.
All right, so.
But every time he wipes the chaos, he's got to fish him back out.
Mm-hmm. I think. It seems like Fizzle's banking on what if we kill chaos, we get end credits.
Yeah.
Which I think is a. I feel like I would like the strategy more if chaos wasn't so deep in the encounter table.
Yeah, I mean, granted, this is a shallower chaos than we found in the sea floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. We're gonna X for rub. We're saving those Brack charges until we see defenseless, ineffective from the first X for. Good turn order there. Fighter soaks the crack, but all our mages go down. This is a reset. And right as the X for hits. IS3 comes out. X-Cal swing, 2 hits, 2 damage. No crit loop today, Fizzle.
Yeah.
Alright. Greg working. He's got this red D right where he wants it. Okay. Go behind the black orb, Greg. I want to see if it's back there. Oh my jeez.
So Dangwoo's up to level 18.
He's getting there.
Mm-hmm. Slow and steady.
Yeah, it's the highest level on stream right now.
Mm-hmm.
Getting wall. Okay, getting wall for the night.
Yeah, I mean, I think how high would you go level wise?
42 at least for the black belt.
On this grind?
I need to see our heal pots, but possibly. And I think this was a shallow floor. Yeah, Sharknado was Marsh Split bottom to Sky Floor 2 to Sharknado floor. So yeah, it's not too deep.
Mm-hmm.
I like a 42 black belt's chances of walking through Sky 2 and the Marsh Split.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Looks like Luffy's about to do the same thing. Oh, we can't go behind the black orb.
I would,
oh no, we can't go behind the black orb because we don't have orbs lit.
Yeah.
So never mind. We're in key item go mode. We still need to kill some orbs.
So Luffy just got bounced out of right side Topher because they haven't found their key yet, but he does pick up the ribbon.
So that's good information.
Yeah.
As that's the only ribbon I think we've seen. Okay, so I apologize, Greg. You can't go past the black orb. Sorry for making such demands. I got excited. I heard key item go mode because I said it.
It's amazing that sometimes you can think things. They talk to you. Kill the orbs. This is FF5.
Luffy trying to find Doom Gaze here. In the airship walking grind.
I think Dangwoo's feeling comfortable enough to Dan that white mage.
Yeah.
At 2k a pop.
Oh, they got heat, but should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
There it goes. It's like here's. Well, but it is a safe grind. I mean,
and he did 21
up to
And he's got 77 heal pots. Nice move there, drinking the bottle to get the potions in the right spot.
Yeah.
His HP potions, as he likes to call them.
2 hits for 21. 2 hits
Okay,
for 12.
Chaos. I think we had the X for hit, so here comes Brack ineffective. Brack.
Broken to pieces! X for lands. Brack lands. What's gonna happen?
So this is going to an end credits. Yeah, Thorfinn has defeated Chaos. Luffy now just has Fizzle in his ear. Just, this is what you gotta do.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. End credits?
Can something else happen?
End credits.
That's it?
Okay, that's it. So
That's
get
it.
a single G out there.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So it's...
Both
So how-
runners have to do this.
I'm trying to...
So we were right. If they had just got that 3 and 256 rub on Chaos.
So how would you describe this? Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to name the flag. Like,
It's it's got to be like Unleashed Chaos, right?
But no, if it's Unleashed Chaos, but it has to be something better, like a fugitive or something like that. I don't know. I'm horrible at making up names for things.
Yeah, so just go with Unleashed Chaos, man. Stick with what reads to the crowd.
Okay, so at this point, so here's what's happening. We're an hour and 23 minutes in. These grinds are going to take forever. Defeating these fiends is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
I think the way that, and it seems that, because again, Wild Ham, who created this flag set, creates very good flag sets. I can see him. I could see him sitting there thinking, "I'm going to crank all of this up to encourage them to try this," and it's a matter of who tries it first.
Yeah. All right. So Luffy into this volcano grind, looking for Chaos. Has a little bit better levels, and he's got that ribbon that Lord Fizzlebeef didn't have.
Well, but also they have. I mean, all of a sudden we flip back because now having the red, black is actually beneficial because they're the ones that have the Brack cast. So, I mean, what was the losing party has suddenly turned into the winning party.
Yeah, and we all get to eat crow.
Yeah, I mean, whew.
Now, see, they keep running from these fights. I would just be resetting out of them because we're dealing with the top floor. Every one of these fights is chewing up resources for the Chaos fight.
Right.
So, if you know he's X encounters deep, you hit these fights, just reset. Just reset. It's quicker.
Right. Absolutely.
Unless you get a first turn run like that. But the minute you fail a run, just reset.
Right. I think that move of the...
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
X for no spell charges.
Did he have any charges for that?
And we're just going straight into Brax, going for the 3-256. Ineffective. Expert comes out. Ineffective. X-Cal swing to its 2 damage. Chaos stun touch. Brack ineffective. And you gotta go with that X for. That's important. And here comes some X for. Oh, Brack jumps the gun. Ineffective. Brack jumps. Gun again. Ineffective. X for. Ineffective. Ice 3. This is gonna be a problem. X for. Brack. I don't know. I missed it. I missed it. Like the stream.
It was ineffective.
Okay. Yeah, it was blacked out for me.
So I mean, it's reset. Try again.
Yeah, that was pretty bad turn order for Luffy.
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting. I feel like I'd be.
Dang, 32 on the black belt. Greg. Where are you at, Greg, with your black belt? In a tough spot here. And I like the heads up play by Luffy, walking a little bit farther to get a little bit longer of a stretch of real estate, of runway to dig up this chaos.
So I'd be curious. Like what I'd be doing is I'd be counting these encounters. I'd probably just taking them on the overworld instead of diving and taking them in the dungeon.
And well, I think it also depends because we don't know how different the encounter rates are overworld versus dungeons.
So I would test it.
Oh, here we go.
It's not that.
X for Brack. Or even just try to get a couple levels on that knight so the knight can get an X for shot. Right. Double Brack's ineffective, and down go. This is a reset, unless you're just gonna.
Unless you're gonna Brack.
Pray for the 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Ice 3 is going to be devastating.
Mm-hmm.
One last Brack.
Ineffective.
Yep.
So here's another scenario. Dengwu and Greg continue this grind, get up to 42, which Dengwu's going to hit moderately soon.
Yeah.
And they try the same play. But instead of relying on 3256, they're actually able to punch Chaos down.
All right, it looks like we're going for levels for Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
Get Zora at least one more level.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out because I want to see what's in Topher.
we have to know what the end boss is. And what happens if you beat it? Like
you beat it, right?
But do you win? Because you didn't defeat Chaos.
Well, you would soft lock. If you didn't, you'd just end up back in the Chaos throne room like, you'd
like
be
Bert.
like, Bert. Question from chat: who made the seed? We've said his name a lot. Wildham, one of our most prolific developers of recent memory, has crafted these shenanigans for our runners.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Greg's decided that it's time to Dan that black mage and go just black belt. It's still hitting low, but you got to do it at some point.
Yeah. Say goodnight, Thunder. Double Blaze. Oh no. He's getting better XP than the Agamas, but it's going to be slower.
So Luffy just got an X for to land and has all 4 Light Warriors up. So we got 3 Bracks coming out. So much higher possibility of this landing.
Well, we got 1 Brack coming out.
Yeah. Well,
Ice 3.
But 3. That's a reset. There you go.
I got distracted looking at XP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is
41 for Deng.
41?
Yeah.
Yeah, this grind's going much faster. I mean, we've been talking to the Ducks a lot about finding good grind tiles, and we keep talking about the difference between quantity of experience and ease of fight.
Yeah.
So Deng's getting about 3 Agamas for every 1 dragon that Greg has. So Greg might be getting more per encounter, but is not actually getting more experience per second.
Now, if your teamwork is for dummies, and you get these black belts to level 50, because that looks like it's where Deng was going as he hit 42, and we're just still hanging out. Oh, he's looked at his mini. I didn't see his MDef. All right, X for Brack. Brack jumps the gun. Ineffective. X for comes out. Ineffective. X for jumps out. Ineffective. Okay, so wasted turn. Ineffective Brack. And here comes the crack. That's that MDef on that black mages coming back to bite them there.
Mm-hmm.
and we're out of extras on the night, and we're just gonna keep trying for the 1%.
I mean, I don't think he really has any other option at this point.
Like you either go for Expert on the Red Wizard too, and then
I mean,
okay, so I was going to ask you before Luffy pulled that chaos. If your teamwork is for dummies, and looks like Dangu's happy with his grind and we're leaving, do you now go do what the Trash Island team is doing and dig
chaos
for chaos to see if you could just beat them up?
Yep. I think to grind this high and not do that is foolish. Like, run, Dangwu, run. That was.
They do punch hard, so I get it, but like.
But so yeah, I think
there's 33 for Greg now.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna just keep saying I think over and over and over again.
You got a big thing.
Yeah, you have to try it. You can't see it and not try it, and especially if they know where an encounter is.
Here we go. Brack jumps the gun once again. Expert comes out, ineffective. Brack jumps the gun again, ineffective. And Chaos responds with a punch. Did that land?
Defenseless. Yep, that landed.
So here we go. 2 hits, 71. Brack fires. Ineffective. Brack. Ineffective. Ice 3. Oh, we survive! Effective. Ineffective. Oh, man. Lightning 3. We live for one more round. Like.
So.
Oh, Dangu's on the floor. Dangu's not going for chaos. Dangu's going for orbs. This is fair, because if he kills some orbs, that's gonna expedite Gregley's grind.
Hypothetically, because we're assuming we have that orb.
I'm sure it's on. It's probably just not super generous.
Mm-hmm.
The optimist in me.
Yeah, I mean, so.
This will be the perfect opportunity to see, depending on how quickly Dangu gets down to a fight.
Mm-hmm. He's going for the mech.
Yeah, well, we know that's Lich, so.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Have we found out how much HP these fiends have?
Nope. Because we've only bracked them.
They could have pretty low pretty low HP with very high skills.
Defenseless. All right, let's go. Brack misses. Crack. Oh, Brack ineffective. Oh, Dangu finds the bridge of destiny.
Oh, he's taking it too.
Yeah. He's got the 42 black belt.
Absolutely. I mean, wall, fast. What's he got? Is he bonking?
This is going to be huge.
This is incredibly big.
Dangu. 12 hits, was that 9 or 300?
That was 3 something. I don't know what that was. I don't know how many numbers were there.
All right, this is perfect for Teamwork is for Dummies because they might get through this. Dangu, 11 hits over 1,000. All right, Dangu getting it done. Come on, 11 hits 903, another swing. All right, so we've got about vanilla HP in. Mm-hmm. And there it is, terminated.
He did it.
So now I think the balance switches back to advantage Teamwork is for Dummies because they have the black belt. We know that it's like 3,000-ish HP, but Luffy in the fight here Brack ineffective. Expert comes out. Ineffective. Brack fires off. Ineffective.
Is Greg the one who picked up the defense sword?
I don't know. Brack fires out. Ineffective. Ice 3. Brack fires out. I don't think we had a X for land. Maybe we did because Red Mage is not casting it.
I think we did.
Okay. It's so hard to see sometimes. Oh no! Brack fires out! Broken into pieces!
Broken into pieces!
What even is this? Get those GGs in chat for the Trash Island treasure hunting unit. Wow.
Wow. Wow is right. What?
Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's not always this. So, let's bring the Trash Island treasure hunting unit in here. GG's, fellas.
GG's, guys.
GG's, guys. Hey.
So, where to begin? You guys found the Unleashed Chaos like 20 minutes after Gregory Puff found like back-to-back chaoses, like exploring around the marsh cave.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
So when you prior to chaos, where were your heads at?
We are 4,000 hours behind.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a fade source, and I was going to bet good money that they did the absolutely sensible thing and brought white mages to a mystery seed.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
So once this chaos wouldn't stop getting in my way, I figured, you know what? we got 3 Brat casters. We got level 1 Exfer. Something's got to happen when I kill this chaos. Either I'm going to get like Warmech levels of experience.
Phantom levels of experience.
Or Phantom levels of experience. Or we just win.
Yeah.
So I decided to go a hunting. I went hunting because once I found that chaos encounter, it's just like, okay, this is the thing. So, like, I need to go figure this out. Like, is this deep? And it turned like the first time I found that chaos, it was Mirage Tower entrance, and that was like a million miles down in the encounter table. So that wasn't good. But then I'm just like, hey, I saw this volcano floor. Let's try this out. And as soon as I saw it was 5 encounters down, it's just like, nope, this is it. This is the play. We're doing this until anything happens.
So the irony of like, as Davis and I were calling this, it was like advantage teamwork is for dummies because they got the white mage and they got black belts. Greg Puff pulling chaos. They're going with all damage strats because they leveled up those black belts, and they were going for orb kills while Luffy was going for X for Brack, and 10 hit 689 for the black belt there, and Dangwoo just happened to hit a chaos on the Bridge of Destiny right before chaos took the fight, killed chaos. I was like, oh, hey, Greg, that's all we got to do. And Greg threw down everything he was doing and ran off here. And now he's here with dumping fire 3s, heal 3s. I don't think, did we get the fast in there, Davis?
I think so. Yeah.
Because there's 13 hits as a big boy hit.
Yeah,
I mean, Fire 3 comes out from the Black Mage for 40 damage. Slow 2 hits the Black Mage, so that's good. At 17 hits, 1,400 damage. Chaos, we know, has about 3,000 HP. It should be pretty close here. Another heal 3 comes out, 9 hits, 362, so swinging on the other side of that absorb.
Why is he running?
I think that was an accidental run.
No,
because
oh no,
I think he was trying to wait. I think he was trying to wait.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's exactly what was happening.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can't wait on against a cast that you can run from. But Greg will be back there in no time.
Yeah.
So, fighter red double black.
Yeah.
What was the thoughts? You both took that party. What were the thoughts going into the blind seed?
So
with that party,
I decided to throw all possible caution to the. So I thought about black belt, but when I saw that the black belt had black mage strength, that kind of scared me away from that.
But that doesn't impact their punching, though, right?
Doesn't it?
No, it's just their level.
Yeah,
Well,
strength doesn't have anything to do with black belt damage unless it's swinging a weapon.
Unless it's holding a weapon.
Well, spit. So that pushed me into
there, I guess.
So that pushed me into fighter, and then I decided to throw all caution to the wind, red double black, because I don't want to 3-man it because the scaling might be high enough, but I'm hoping the scaling's not so high that I need a white mage.
All right, here we go. Chaos once more for Gregory Puff. 3 hits with that ice sword, and 5 hits with 310. Ice 3 rolls through, so that's better than crack. We've only found the 1 ribbon in the game so far. Fast and Wall come out for the black belt. Everybody's going to be keeping themselves busy this fight. Nobody's going to be trying to accidentally run away. 16 hits over 1200 damage. Lightning 3 rolls through, takes out the black mage. That's fine. I mean, at least we're not going to accidentally run with him now. We're going to punch and we're going to heal 3. 15 hits, 1149. We're getting there. 3 hits, 120. Hey, we did get pretty good damage with that ice sword. Yeah. Another punch here. 9 hits. It's a green sword. I'm assuming it's an ice sword. maybe it's a saber or something, or a rune sword. It's hard to tell. Crack comes out. We're punching and swinging and heal 3 in. Dang with the big hit. 14. Where we go. 14 hits. 506 as Teamwork is for Dummies does it the old-fashioned way with damage. Get them GGs in chat for Greg and Dangwoo. That's a tough loss right there.
Yeah.
But luckily they found the chaos win condition when they did, because if they had gone on like orb hunting mode, that would have felt real bad. But we got Gregory Puff from Teamwork is for Dummies hanging out with us now. GG's, Greg.
Hey, thanks, man.
That was let's get your partner here, because I want both. I want everybody's opinion. We talked to Luffy and Fizzle, so they can just hang out. Greg and Dangwoo, how's it going, man? Mans.
It's fine. I mean, I'll keep my true feelings about these flags to myself, because I am of the mind that everything FFR should be celebrated, and
these definitely felt frustrating to watch.
Yeah, and revered. I want everyone to see FFR as the most amazing thing that is possible. Therefore, I will not talk about my thoughts on these flags. They were fine.
Greg, the only reason why we had any issues whatsoever is because you listened to me and we made our party, okay? I clearly told you not to follow my party, but you followed it.
But to be fair, and if you want to go back and watch the VOD, there's evidence there. Davis and I, throughout the race, were like, the white mage here is an advantage because Fizzle and Luffy didn't bring one, And I was talking to Davis, when do you reroll? When do you reroll into black belt thief double white?
Especially when an hour and 20, 45 minutes, an hour in, everyone was less than level 10.
We had that exact conversation at the 49-minute mark, and I determined that the decision to do that was 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, I could have easily rerolled. I don't think I made it past level. I think I was clearing the cart. I was clearing Cardias, and I wiped at level 8 on my way out of the carry floor, and I was back at level 5 again. And this was I'm clearing Cardias, so this is 50 minutes in easily. Yeah. And I was beyond frustrated at that, because I had finally gotten some levels. I got decent rolls on fades against these slimes, and so I had some levels, and I was walking them out. It wasn't so good, and then I was just we definitely figured it was orb XP, because you guys had so many key items and XP was just garbage. It was probably 25 or 50% per orb. Yeah,
But-
we were like, all right, cool, let's do this. You know, Dang finished his grind. He was on the way out, and he was on the way to go start lighting up some orbs. And then he was like, oh, I ran into Chaos, and I was like, okay, well, you know, just kill him. Why not? I mean, he's probably got Warmech XP. There's no harm in getting extra EXP. And when he
My
killed Warmech,
assumption was that he had Phantom XP.
yeah, I know. And when he killed Chaos, he's like, I'm done. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like the end screen is up. And I was like, what?
I was so relieved that Dangwu found Chaos when he did, because at that point, Fizzle had X for Bracked Chaos maybe like 5 minutes before. 4 or 5 minutes before, and so like we're like, they're gonna go light orbs, they're gonna do this the long way, but then you hit Chaos. I was like, okay, they're in a better position. Like, they don't have the triple Brack casters to do the expert stuff, but they've got this black belt that can be fasted and just destroy Chaos that way. So it was like, you couldn't have asked for better timing with where you found Chaos. So but this was a heck of a match. Yeah, I've talked a lot. Davis, I'm gonna pass the mic to you and let you do your thing, man.
So I want to go back to Greg. You were the very first person to find Chaos, and you found him twice in a row. So what like, if we could be a fly on the wall in your voice chat, what was going on at that moment?
I mean, I was like, oh, look, it's Chaos. Like, I mean, it's a blind flag. Nothing surprises me in these. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, look at Chaos. That's crazy. And then when he threw out Ice 3 and Crack, I was like, oh, Vanilla. I already had an idea that we were on Vanilla scripts. I think one of the first enemies I don't remember what enemy we saw, but it was Medusas, and they did Glance. And I was like, Vanilla script. I knew.
You figured out faster than we did. So
yeah, I figured it out as soon as they threw out Glance. I was like, I think we got Vanilla scripts on. And but yeah, once I saw Chaos and he opened up with Ice 3, and then I think Dang saw him next and he opened up with Crack on him. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's what's going on here.
I mean, I didn't think Chaos was even real. I didn't think Chaos was real. I'm sorry, Greg. I'm gonna overrate you right here. I didn't think it was real, because he says I found Chaos. I didn't find him for like 45 minutes or something like that. I was like,
we had the same problem. Yeah. I found Chaos like 10 times before Luffy even saw him once.
I never even saw him till I went to go X for Bracken at the end. I never even saw him.
Yeah, he was I think he was like the 5th encounter off the hard reset in dungeons. Like, it doesn't matter what dungeon it was, he was just in a dungeon somewhere.
It did matter, because I mapped him out and he was different spots in 2 dungeons.
Okay. Well, then never mind, because I felt like I saw him like right around the same time, because I was just gonna look for him in where I was grinding, because I ended up grinding Red D's, and Dang found Agamas on Sharknado, and the Red D's were behind the Locktofer. So we were grinding. And good luck on you guys for being able to X for Brack, because it took me like 4 times of wiping and just going back in to finally Brack Kraken. So I thought for sure like MDEF was somehow roped into scaling, because I couldn't land a Crack to save, or a Brack to save my life on Kraken 1. So
I was thinking that for like the first half hour, but then I remembered that the literal only thing I have to kill things with is rub, so maybe that's a bad measuring stick.
I think I failed a bunch of rubs too.
Yeah, the other difference is that with the party comp, and this is where we kind of had this back and forth, because Teamwork is for Dummies had the White Mage, which had Fade, but Trash Island Fire Treasure Hunting Unit, had Bracks and Exfers. So they had 3 Brack casters, whereas you guys only had 1.
But we also had no AoE. So.
Right. And so it was so interesting at so many points during the run where we'd be saying where we'd actually be flip-flopping of like, oh, because of this team's comp is better, but now this thing happens, so the other team's comp is better. And it was going all over the place. So let me ask you guys about, because we were, Caleb and I were talking about this at the beginning. strategy. Boxes, orbs, key items. Like, was your strategy just try to open every box possible? Was it to find as many entrances as possible? So we'll start with Trash Island. What was your strategy going in, and did it shift?
We just needed to look for things. We figured out pretty early on that NPCs were not incentivized. And it was a question mark leaning towards no on whether even locations were incentivized. So at that point, is open everything, look for everything. I took the boat and I was hopping town to town. I figured pretty early that after I went to Provoca and saw that it was ONRAC, that towns were just shuffled amongst each other. So I just went around doing all the town checks, just looking for literally anything to help us, while Luffy did a lot of the early dungeons looking for stuff. He got a lot of our early key items.
I'm almost willing to bet that that Wildham turned on like incentive floater and main NPCs as incentive. And that way the floater's just like a roulette wheel. Like, it's on one of these main NPCs. Go find it.
Maybe.
And I think that there might have been some other, like, maybe because we did find like a defense sword in the vampire box. We found power gauntlet in the marsh locked. So I was wondering if like there might have been like those might have just been lucky, but we also feel like randomized treasures was on but not high.
I found a katana too.
Very low.
Yeah, it's probably low or impoverished, but not omened. But yeah, like Greg, you found a couple katanas, so it's like I wonder if there was the kick incentives loose amongst themselves, or if there was like I would love to actually see these flags that because like Davis and I were trying to like unpack them as we went. And like it wasn't canoe free too, which is kind of jarring.
Yeah, I just stumbled across that. I went down from Dwarf to go check out the entrance to Northwest Castle, and I just happened to walk into the lake and like, oops, free canoe. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know
like,
that?
Oh,
we did the same.
It's like, great, I'll go check ordeals.
So go ahead, Greg. I was just going to
ask who was in the air first, because I felt.
I'm
it
pretty sure it was
Trash
Island.
but maybe by like 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I remember we got the chime, and then I was like, all right, well, I'll go check Mirage. And when it landed on Sarda, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then when he gave me the floater, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, what?
Yeah, like Fizzle probably would have beat you in the air by like another minute or two, but Fizzle took the most awkward boat pathing to the desert from Mirage.
I started in the inner sea.
You were at Mirage.
Yeah, Northern Continent.
You were Northern Continent.
I left the Northern Continent before we got the chime.
No, you were walking out with the floater.
Oh, you mean the path to go get the airship? Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
because you sailed a round ordeal.
Maps are hard, all right?
I mean, I was watching your time for Learn, man.
Map check.
You went west, north? That's funny.
I've been drinking
west,
a lot by
north,
myself.
east.
It's fine. I didn't need that two maps. I know where I'm going.
Yeah. It was west, northeast, Greg.
Well, to answer your question, so I would say that when we went in, it was the same as them. We like my whole thing is find a grind. We need to find I checked the first spike tile and it was a solo giant, and then I checked the second spike tile and it was just images, and I was like, oh, this is vanilla spike tiles. Yeah. Or not vanilla spike tiles, but vanilla formation.
A-side.
So A-side. So I knew instantly, like once I saw this too, that we were doing A-sides. So I was like, all right, dang, we need to find the eye or the Agama, right? And so it was just basically check all the spike tiles, hope for the best, right? We had pro rings pretty early, so the eye wasn't going to be scary. So it was just like find an eye, do a grind. Little did we know that we were going to have to go through most of the game at level 2 before we could find it.
Big mood.
Yeah, it was not good. I'm assuming Power Word had to have been turned up to 600, because I definitely was quad-Xing things with over 300 HP.
Yeah, I was quad-Xing stakes and stuff.
The blue dragon.
It might have been completely turned off.
It was not, because I tried to quad X
Yeah, we did see
Carry or
Quad X.
Kraken or somebody.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So we are hitting that time where we gotta wrap up. So let's get some final thoughts from Trash Island, and then we'll get some final thoughts from Teamwork.
Oh, just
gonna
because
go
they
after
won,
the
they get to go
crown.
first? Just
I
because
was
they
gonna
won,
say,
they get to go first?
the stakes, Davis, that we never discussed during the entire race because we were too busy trying to figure out what was going on. This was a race for the number 1 contender spot in the Double Dragon Irongol Co-op League. So Fizzle and Luffy, by winning this match, have the opportunity to challenge Thunder a lot for the title, while Greg and Dangwoo, I guess you guys get to figure out who wins between Fade to Brack and Team D&D.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna every time we lose, I just figured we'd do like the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey thing.
Nice.
3 of 5,
yeah.
4 of 7, 5
You
of 9,
sunk a man, not those sheep.
5 of 9. Damn right.
I'm right. Oh man.
Oh god, I'd love to, but like we did ultimate planning and then we just did ultimate improv. I don't know what I don't know what we do after that. Maybe real flags, but that feels wrong.
But yeah, final thoughts. Trash Island Treasure Hunting Unit. We'll start with the duck, Luffy.
I mean, that was some really interesting flags. It was definitely a really rough early game. Props to Fizzle for keeping me sane and helping me get through that, because, I mean, I don't know what I would have done if I was trying to run that by myself. So much respect to my teammate. Thank you to you guys for doing comms. Thank you to Wild Ham for the madness. Danny for tracking, SpeedGaming for having us. It was just a lot of fun.
And we'll go to the old Robot Pro.
Shout outs to my partner Luffy, who puts up with me blind backseat gaming him from like 1,000 miles away. We gonna go get the crown. We gonna get it.
And then now to Teamwork is for Dummies. We'll start with my old rival, Dangwoo. Final thoughts, bud.
Well, you know, thanks, Caleb. Thanks, Davis. Thank you all. You know, it's good jobs. Greg, I'm glad you got tilted tonight. It was great.
I was so mad.
And
for everybody out there, I hope you enjoyed more FFR action. I know there's a weekly going on over on SG2 also. So
we'll go to the only member of the Final Fantasy Randomizer community that's met my dad, Gregory Puff.
Oh man, no. In all seriousness, like in the heat of it all, I was very frustrated. I mean, it had to have been obvious as many times as I wiped out, couldn't get levels and stuff like that. So I was pretty frustrated in the heat of it all. But I think once he killed Chaos, it just like completely smoothed everything over. I was like, I am no longer angry about everything. But no, in all seriousness, I'm glad we got to do this. You know, maybe we can do best 3 of 5 with Trash Island Fire Unit Department store. It's
Treasure Fire Department Unit.
we can't even say your name right. Take that. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Too many syllables.
But with the same abbreviation. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think this is it for Teamwork is for Dummies. I'm sure we'll take on somebody else. I know that our 3-some team, Jet included, is going to be taking on Team D&D at some point, but that's in the future. But no, I appreciate SpeedGaming having the thing and for people watching it out there, and obviously join the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord, and it's always fun hanging out in the room with Dangwoo, tilting each other.
Nice. GG's, guys. I'll let Davis take us home, man.
Will do. So we've already heard it. Thank you to SpeedGaming for holding our broadcast. Danny3883 for tracking. My co-coms, Caleb. Rafe Hates Caleb on Twitch. Thank you all for watching. We do have some exciting things happening in Final Fantasy Randomizer right now. Over in SG2, that's SpeedGaming 2, we have our weekly Thursday night race. So if you still want to see some FFR, head over to SpeedGaming 2. On Monday, we actually have round 2 of our Duckling Derby. So this is a tournament that we design only for new players. Veterans are not allowed. It is the end of our 8-week training session to teach new players absolutely everything that you need to know to master this game. And this tournament lets all of those new players race against each other. It has been fantastic so far. We had, I think, 37 racers in our first run. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but please come out. That's on RPG Limit Break on Monday night. Actually, it's on RPG Limit Break, Randomizer, and SpeedGaming on Monday night. And check us out for more Irongol and Double Dragon action. Join the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. If you want to get notices for when we're having races, simply join the Discord and pick up the spectator role, and you will get a ping every time we have an FFR race. So thank you all, and hey, head over to SpeedGaming 2 and enjoy some more Final Fantasy Randomizer action.